Good evening, guys, and welcome to the final round, the finale of the VGL esports Speed Kings Championship. It is the showdown in Saudi Arabia. After 8 incredible rounds, it all comes down to this: Lorenzo, 𝐞𝐸, 𝐞𝐸 and 𝐸𝐴. One of them will be crowned champion in what has been an incredible 7 rounds. We've got a sprint race and a main race to come here in Saudi Arabia. It is me, Dave Shaw, joined by Lucas for this finale. Lucas, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Good evening, Dave. It's great to be back here after, I don't know, 3 races, I think? 4?
3 races on my own.
It's great to be back, especially for this great last race that we're having tonight. It's four drivers going for the championship still, isn't it, Dave?
4 drivers have a shot. Realistically, I think Lorenzo and 𝐞𝐸 are the main 2. 𝐞𝐸, who blew his chances possibly in Brazil last time out, and 𝐸𝐴 have a big outside shot of the championship. But the main 2, I think it will come down, is between 𝐞𝐸 and Lorenzo. 8 points separate Lorenzo and 𝐞𝐸. Then 18 behind is 𝐞𝐸, 19 behind is 𝐸𝐴. But with that sprint race, that could provide an interesting finish and give a chance for 𝐞𝐸 and 𝐸𝐴, especially if Lorenzo wasn't to finish. So let's go through what has happened so far this season as we get the drivers in for this final race. Should be a big grid tonight for the final round as well. So Lorenzo, what a season, but not that consistent. 1 in Bahrain, DNF'd in Baku, 1 in Austria. Didn't finish in the Silverstone, 3rd in Belgium, didn't finish in Italy, 1st last time out in Brazil. Lucas, Lorenzo's to lose, but his consistency opens it up for everybody else.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo has a clear advantage. It's 8 points advantage over 𝐞𝐸. But of course, there are many points to be handed out tonight, with a sprint race giving 8 points to the first position. So it's wide open, I think, Dave.
It is wide open.
One mistake can change it all.
One mistake, especially the sprint race, because don't forget, wherever they finish in the sprint race, yes, they get points, but also it's where they will start the main race. And if Lorenzo was to have a bad race, didn't score in the sprint, and then start low down in the main race, that could throw it wide open to 𝐞𝐸. 𝐞𝐸, who's had a 3rd in Bahrain, 2nd in Baku in Austria. Didn't finish in Silverstone and Belgium. The 2 races where the wheels fell off, literally. He didn't finish. He cost him big championship points, but he bounced back in Italy to win. Got 3rd last time out in Brazil. 𝐞𝐸's consistency has been outstanding this season, but now we're going to see, Lucas, what 𝐞𝐸 is like when the gloves are off and when he has to go for it, because I can't help but feel sometimes 𝐞𝐸 has been a little bit conservative at times.
Yes, he is, but he's very careful. Actually, he wants to make sure that he gets the optimum result. And he has done that so far. It's podium every race, except the ones he didn't finish. That's
right, yep. 𝐞𝐸 has not finished outside the podium when he has finished, and he has finished 5 of the 7 races so far. 𝐞𝐸, 𝐞𝐸 is the ultimate all or nothing driver. Didn't finish the first 3 races, despite being in the lead in all of them at one point. Then bounced back in the Silverstone sprint race, 1st win there. Then the main race also won. 1 in Belgium, got 2nd in Italy. And then Brazil, the wheels fell off for him as well after looking like he was going to win that race. 7th is all he could muster in the end after possibly he got too eager. This man, with one of the best first laps I've ever seen in esports in Belgium, some of the best overtaking I've seen in esports in all the races I've seen him in, and Brazil was maybe pushed his luck a little bit too far. But 𝐞𝐸 is all or nothing, we know, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does on the aggressive tonight.
It was a really big step back, Dave, Brazil for 𝐞𝐸.
And it's going to be
championship aspirations.
Yeah, and it's going to be very interesting what we see from 𝐞𝐸 tonight. And 𝐸𝐴, well, 𝐸𝐴 was right in the championship mix until the final 2 races where it's gone wrong. 𝐸𝐴 is the only driver to finish every single race, and not only that, every single race in the points. 6th, 8th, 3rd, 2nd, and then 2-6, which has really knocked him off balance. Brazil was a complete disaster, just didn't really have the pace, but 𝐸𝐴's consistency has been incredible, Lucas.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, I respect 𝐸𝐴 so much for what he has done. He's not the fastest driver out there, but he will be there given the chance.
Absolutely.
A chance.
Absolutely. And then we've got Sus, and the battle for 5th place in the championship's been close all year, and all of a sudden Sus in the last couple of races has just come to the fore and made 5th place his own in the championship. 43 points for Sus this season. He's at a 4th, then didn't finish in Baku, Austria or Silverstone, and then 8th, 3rd and 4th since then. He's had a fantastic second half of the season, and Sus is out of nowhere, super clean, super consistent, and has pulled out some great results.
Yeah, I mean, Sus is, I think, the best of the rest so far. I mean, he has lost some points throughout the season, but well, 5th position is something great.
Yeah, and he should wrap up 5th place. His nearest contender is VDV, so it's just on 43 points. Then comes VDV on 36 points. VDV, well, another driver who's been pretty all or nothing. He's looked competitive in pretty much every single race this season. One in Baku, and then a few DNFs in there as well, and a 5th. He's only finished in the points twice this season. He's only finished 2 races this season. 1 win in Baku, 1 5th in Belgium. He'll be hoping to finish the season on a high. He should have been 2nd in Belgium, of course. He should have been up there in all the races, but VDV finishing's been his biggest issue this year.
VDV is so quick, Dave, but he cannot get it together, at least not on a consistent basis.
And he's
a very good driver.
Very good little driver, exciting to watch as well, and I think 𝐞𝐸 will be hoping that VDV, his teammate, can get himself up there, because he'll want VDV to take off points off Lorenzo. An interesting dynamic with Tava and 𝐞𝐸. They're both in the Alpines. They're both teammates. They're going to want... How are they going to play it? Is 𝐞𝐸 going to play a team game and help Tava and try and get ahead of Lorenzo to help Tava get ahead? Very interesting dynamic there. 𝐞𝐸 next in the championship. What is 𝐞𝐸? 34 points. 2 behind VDV. He's had 2 5ths this season. He's had a 6th at Silverstone, 8th in Italy. When he has been racing, he's been pretty consistent, has 𝐞𝐸.
Yeah, 𝐞𝐸, he's also very good. I mean, if he raced every race, he could be up there with the other 4 guys, in my opinion. He's very good, but he's missed so many races.
Yeah, considering he's missed 3 races this season, and the ones he has raced, he's beaten the points, super consistent. Hennessy comes next. Now, Hennessy on 30 points. He could nick 5th, 6th from the championship still, and another man who, on his day, has been super quick. He had a podium in Baku. He's been... Austria comes to mind, where he should have been on the podium there as well. He had a chance of winning that race. But Hennessy, a little bit accident-prone this season, but has shown great potential.
Yeah, he's had some good races, but not on a consistent basis. Especially the latest races, he's not been really up there. But he can be. I think today he can be up there.
Yeah, and Hennessy is a driver who I think could play a bit of a part tonight if he's on it. If Hennessy's on it and on his best game, he could take some points for the big boys up there. Rasa next. The 9th in the championship, 27 points for a driver who qualifies more often than not outside the top 10, has been super consistent. He's had a 4th in Baku, a 9th, an 8th, a 10th, an 11th, and an 8th again in Brazil. He's the only other driver apart from 𝐞𝐸 to finish every race this season, and was so close to an incredible podium last time out in Brazil. Just made a bit of contact with 𝐞𝐸 that got him damage, otherwise he could have had a shock podium, one of the results of the year. Sadly couldn't hold on, but I've been super impressed with Rasa this year.
It was so close in Brazil. I was watching the race, and I was wishing that Rasa gets that podium, but so close. Why not today though? Because Saudi Arabia can be a great race for anyone because of the walls. Exactly.
That's what makes this finale such an unknown. Saudi Arabia, it's a super quick track, but super tight. The walls there to punish you. We're going to get safety cars tonight, no doubt about it, that we can't in the sprint. Next, 10th in the championship, Mano. I've really enjoyed watching Mano race with him racing this season. 9th in Bahrain, didn't start in Baku, then 11th in Austria, but then his season got going at Silverstone and Belgium, involved in some fantastic battles in those 2 races, showed that he can more than hold his own up the top of the field. Possibly could have had a better result in Silverstone. Didn't finish in Italy, didn't start in Brazil. The team of Matt and Menno. Sadly now Matt's let us down, so Matt's not here, but Menno is. But Menno, I think if he'd had a full season, Menno would have been right up there in that top 5 mix.
Yeah, it really depends. It really depends. Because I remember also you had a great fight in Britain, right, Dave?
Yeah, that's right. Brilliant battle in Silverstone.
Fight.
Yeah, one of my favourite battles of the season. Him, Sus, one of the I think Sklav was in no, it wasn't Sklav for me, it was Tava. So one of the boys were in there as well. But so many drivers, so many of the midfield were just in a constant train that whole race. And it was and all of them were super clean as well. And Mane came out on top of that one. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 next. Now, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸's only been in the last 3 races. He's finished every race in the points. 4th in Belgium, a fantastic debut. 5th in Italy. 10th in Brazil after a race that actually went quickly downhill for him once the rain hit. But he's on 23 points. He's not far from top 10. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸's a driver who's been super consistent. I've been super impressed with. And he could nick a top 10 in the championship with a good result here.
Yeah, and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 joined the league in Belgium, I think.
He did. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 did lead for a while in Belgium, and he's certainly, he seems like a driver who is not far away from the top boys at all. And let's see if he makes a return next time the Speed Teams comes back. Next up is Kieran and Liam. Now, I've been super impressed with these boys. 22 points. He's finished every race he's entered bar one, and that was a retirement in a Rouge with 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐸𝐸. But he's had a 7th, a 7th, a 7th, a 9th, and a 9th. Super consistent, stays out of trouble. Seen him get his elbows out as well. He's not afraid to have a good battle as well. And you know what? A consistent point scorer, and a driver I've really enjoyed watching this year.
Yeah, Dave, he tries to get any opportunity he can, because he's not the fastest driver out there, but if there are many retirements or many crashes, Liam will take advantage.
Absolutely, and we are just about ready to start this final race. Of course, no Red Bull, which has been a theme all year, ironically enough. So I think waiting for a couple more drivers to enter, and then we'll be underway. We've got a couple of debutants in there. Sick Note Mickey in there, Verstappen 1 in there in the Haas, also Turbauman, also there as well, who I don't recognise. Rest of the championship, by the way, Little Jimmy 14th. I'm actually pretty gutted Little Jimmy didn't continue for the rest of the season, because he had some super pace, got that brilliant podium in Silverstone, which was so deserved and overdue. And then just, oh, actually I think Jimmy is racing under a different name. Is Jimmy Verstappen? Jimmy could be Verstappen.
Yes.
Okay, so Jimmy's Verstappen. Okay, that's cool. Okay, it's good to see Jimmy back. Really, because he had
confusion, because Russell should be in the Haas, but Verstappen is there now. So there's a small confusion there, but... So
Russell's in the Williams. Okay, Russell's in the Williams. Yeah, that's going to throw me a bit. But little Jimmy, aka Verstappen, who I really wish he'd raced the whole season, to be honest, because he would have been very exciting. But he's a guy who's seen the first few races, can definitely get up there at the front as well, so watch out for him. Then Matt, who's always been there or thereabouts, 15th for the championship. Burr's not here, is he? What a shame. Oh yes, he is. Burr's back. Burr with one of the... Yes. Burr probably gets my drive of the season, if you look at outside the top 4. That performance in Italy was absolutely special, and he nearly got a podium. This is a driver who qualifies regularly outside the top 10. Super clean, super consistent, on his day is quick. Italy, he was so close. He's only had a 7th this season prior to that Italy, where he got 4th. And he was so close to a memorable, an incredible podium. Then Dunfly next with his 2nd place last week, who's not here. Tess is back, I think, as well. Yeah, we've got Tess and Sus back in the Merc. Great to see Tess, 16 points in 18th. 19th is V Thomas with 16. 20, he's not racing. Tezza's not racing in the Merc today. He's been filling in. And 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸, 21st. He is back today, I think, with 1 point in Bahrain. We have got 21 drivers who have scored points. Incredible battle for the championship between 4 drivers. Incredible battle for the top 5 and top 10 in the championship. It's a short quali, followed by a sprint race, followed by the main race to decide who will be the VGL esports Speed Kings Championship. The sprint race is qualifying. This sprint race is absolutely key. And if you're Lorenzo Lucas, how on earth do you play this?
I go safe. No matter what happens, I go safe. I get the points I can on the sprint race, to make sure that Tava stays second and then take it from there. But I would go safe. There's no reason to take risks.
The problem is for Lorenzo, the big problem for Lorenzo, he's got Tava, 𝐞𝐸 and 𝐸𝐴𝐽, who are all within 19 points of him, who can still win this championship. They're going to be gunning for him, and they've got nothing to lose. And then you've got drivers like VDV, 𝐸𝐿, Hennessy, watch out for little Jimmy. Drivers who can get up there and play a big part in the result of this race and interfere with Lorenzo. Lorenzo's just got to keep it clean, hasn't he? Somehow keep it clean in a pack that's gunning for him.
Absolutely, yeah. Well said.
I'm fascinated how his plays out. There has been twists and turns in every single race this season. We've had some incredible races, some belters. And what has Saudi Arabia got for us tonight? 19 drivers to see out the season. Who's the first man on track around this incredible circuit? Lucas, what do you make of this track?
It's an unpredictable track. It's so easy to hit the wall. There are so many turns that you take them so quickly, but it's also so close to the wall. You cannot always predict or avoid, to put it in a better way. You can't always avoid the wall, or if you do, you're gonna lose a lot of time.
That's it, and it's the thing is with this track is if you make one mistake coming out, it's such a quick track. If you make one mistake on an exit of a corner, if you make one mistake in the middle of a corner, your whole corner and your whole speed is compromised for that whole lap. And not only that, invalidations and penalties are going to be key as well.
And a small damage, and the car is undrivable around here because the turns are so fast. Even the slightest of damage on your front wing will make it undrivable and you have to pit.
Oh man, there's so many elements to this race, which means it is not a foregone conclusion for Lorenzo at the top. Lorenzo leads the championship, 99 points, 8 ahead of Tava, 18 ahead of 𝐞𝐸, 19 ahead of 𝐸𝐴𝐽. But it is not as straightforward as we've been saying. By the way, Alpine are pretty much champions, 172 points. McLaren, 133. AlphaTauri, 118. Alfa Romeo at 87. Haas, 71. Mercedes, 61. Ferrari, 45. Aston Martin, 41. Williams, 2. And Red Bull, who have hardly had any races this year, have no points. Imagine that.
Today they have 2 drivers.
And now we do have Red Bull for the first time I have got. And Kieran Liam's in the Red Bull, by the way. That's going to throw me.
Yes, instead of Aston Martin.
Where was this all season? Last Diligend have got a full grid. So we're on board with 𝐴𝐵 on his debut.
Of course, Dave, on the league's standings, we have VGL who has already secured the championship. We have 3 leagues going for the 2nd place.
Yeah, the league champions. Yeah, so what have we got, Lucas? So VGL are out front in the league championship. The battle. Big crash and out. Tuberman.
Wow, Tuberman, yes.
And we were just saying, and it looks slippery. He had no grip. It looks like he had absolutely zero grip going through turns 4 and 5.
Wow.
Or is that in fact turns 3? If that's no, it is 4 and 5. But he had no grip. His car, literally, no downforce. Like he just glided straight into the wall. And that's it for Tuberman. On his Speed Kings debut, he's done. And he will start the sprint race in 19th at best. So that's a disaster. On board with Mano. Mano's invalidated. Let's go on board with 𝐵. Great to see 𝐵 back. As we're saying, nearly had that dream result. And I still think 𝐵, that 4th place in Italy, is probably one of my favourite drives of the season from anyone out there this season. Brazilian driver. I'm gutted he missed Brazil. I was looking forward to seeing 𝐵 in his home race.
Yeah, I was also looking forward to that. And there's Tava doing the first lap time.
Yeah, and invalidations are going to be tough as Hennessy goes fastest by 7/10 of a second. So many drivers are red on the map at the moment with invalidations. Here comes Tess. Tess, good to see Tess back. That Mercedes team, I'll tell you what, if Sus and Tess had been here all season, they could have been a team that could have been 3rd, 4th in the championship. It looks like he's just behind his teammate Sus as they come up to the hairpin at turn 13. And there they are.
Purple. 𝐞𝐸 is purple through Sector 1, now he's in Sector 2. Great Sector 2 so far for 𝐞𝐸.
Where is 𝐞𝐸? There he is, there's 𝐞𝐸. A
Onto
man
the big straights.
as VDV, his teammate, goes into 4th place. Kieran Liam, 4th place. We've seen him in the Red Bull. I'm not used to them in there. And Lorenzo second. So the championship leader, Lorenzo, has gone to 2nd place. Half a second back from Hennessy. We said beforehand that Hennessy's a driver who could very much interfere with the championship contenders. And there he is, top of the times. But here comes 𝐞𝐸, 18 points out of the championship. He needs to win the sprint race to give himself a realistic big shot. As we've got a Ferrari off the track, I can see on the map. Oh, 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 there. There's a lot of traffic heading down to turn 13. Here comes 𝐞𝐸, 2nd place. 2 tenths
Great
back.
job by Hennessy, Dave.
It is. Hennessy is not set the pace. He's done a hell of a time as Tess and Sus go 5th and 6th in the Mercedes. So the front three for the 3 of the 4 championship contenders, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Where is 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐵? Let's try and pick 𝐞𝐸𝐵 up. Where is 𝐞𝐸𝐵? Is 𝐞𝐸𝐵 racing?
Oh, is he not?
Is 𝐞𝐸𝐵 not racing? I've been so preoccupied. Yeah, there's someone else in the Alpine. That's a Williams. Let's get off that. I don't think 𝐞𝐸𝐵's here.
Yeah, I don't know. He wants to know what happened. He didn't ask to join either, so it's not like he tried to join, but he couldn't.
What? Been building up a four as a 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐞 goes 5th with a good time. I've been building up this 4-way championship battle, and there's only 3 of them here as 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐞 gets well out the way of the Red Bulls behind him. VDV on a flyer. A lot of drivers choosing to do 2 free flying laps here. 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸's done 2. This track is going to grip up. It's a dirty track. You can tell by Tuberman's crash how green this track is at the moment. 10 minutes to go. Don't forget the sprint race to come. No safety cars allowed. It's a straight fight. 1 pit stop, of course, and then straight in as there's a yellow flag is against for one of the Hasses. Let's go down to Rasa. One of my drivers of the years is Rasa. The little plucky American's been outstanding, and look at that. Look at the speed on board. Where are we? Coming up to turn 13, so through turn 12 into 13, down to the hairpin. Look at that. Slams on the brakes late, gets out of it quickly. Into turn 14 we go. The turns come thick and fast now. Turn 14, 15. It's like a slalom. 15 to 16 to 17. Round to turn 18. It's a quick track, but not that straight. And now he hits onto the straight bits, but still through the slaloms. Downhill he goes. Rasa doesn't usually qualify in the top 10. Usually is not the best qualifier, but comes alive in the race and makes a big mistake. And that's what I was saying earlier on. You make a mistake like that at this key part of the track, you lose so much speed, so much time. And Rasa's time, from what looking like it was going to be very promising as it comes into turn 27, has been scrubbed off. Where will this put Rasa? Down the start, finishing straight. Just under 10 minutes to go. Takes a narrowest.
From what I've been told, Dave, 𝐞𝐸𝐵 is going to join before the sprint.
Ah, good. So 𝐞𝐸𝐵, we are going to get the full 20 drivers to finish the season. That's good. And Rasa was looking pretty quick at one point, and look, 4 seconds off. That's how much that mistake cost him. So there is Verstappen, aka Little Jimmy. Great to see him back in the house. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm gutted we didn't see more of him earlier on in the season, but here he is now.
Fast when he raced. It was very fast. I think he got a second even.
He was. Yeah. And a Red Bull. That Speedy Chris going straight on at the chicane there. So he's red. So a lot of drivers struggling to get. We've got 12 drivers with times on the board right now. So here's Tava starting his flying lap now. So on board, second in the championship, 8 points back from Lorenzo, and currently 2 tenths back. As it stands, 8 minutes and a half minutes to go in qualifying. On board as he's coming down into turns 4 and 5. Neat and tidy from Tava, riding the curbs. The curbs are pretty flat into turn 7, into 8, into 9, into 10. They come thick and fast. 10, and then and again had to get out of it. And that's exactly what I was saying. If you have to get out of it in key moments like that, you lose so much speed and so much time. It's so tricky to hook up a great lap, and it looks like Hennessy's the man who so far has got it spot on, Lucas.
Yeah, if you want to do a great lap here, you cannot get off at the corner. You cannot get the wrong line. There's only one line that gives you the perfect lap on each corner here.
And Tava is, in fact, he's still 4 tenths up on his time. So despite that little mistaken liftoff, Tava, oh, he's cut the corner, and that's that for Tava. I think we're going to see some penalties tonight, Lucas. That's for sure. What about 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫?
Absolutely.
It's thing is consistent. Like Lorenzo is a driver who you rarely see pick up penalties. That's why he's been so consistent. That's why he's our championship leader, because the penalties are at a premium for Lorenzo, whereas his championship rivals have been come unstuck with the penalties this year. 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 looks like he's on a good lap here, Lucas. He's going very nice. Lorenzo's out to flyer as well.
Oh, someone was around. Oh, sick. I don't know how to pronounce the name.
𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐞. Yeah, here he is in the Williams. He's recovering.
Yeah.
5th place as it stands, as Bryn goes into 3rd place.
Oh, wow, nice lap by Bryn.
That's a very nice lap from Bryn, the Ferrari, replacing Matt tonight.
Oh, Rasson is on the wall. Oh.
Oh, Rasa, and that's down towards turn 13, isn't it? No, it's the last corner, coming into the last corner. In fact, we're about to
letting others by, but he's crossing into the wall for no reason.
He's just having to get out of the way of 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫. Here comes 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 now, and in fact, it's his teammate trying to give him a tow. Look at this! The AlphaTauris helping each other out. 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 gets a tow. Is it going to pay dividends? It is. It improves, but not fast enough. So 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 gets closer to Hennessy's time, who's still in the pits, by the way, Hennessy. And now 𝐞𝐸𝐨's tucked up right behind VDV. Oh, so any chance of a second lap's gone. So Bryn, who's shown good pace in qualifying, by the way, and Lorenzo's invalidated, so he'll have to go again. Tava's in the pits. Tess.
It's so rare seeing 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐵 struggling to catch up onto the provisional pole.
Of course, 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐵 has had most pole positions this season, as we're watching 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨, who's coming up to turn 13, round the swooping hairpin, a wide line, but a nice exit from 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨. He's had a very nice season in the races he has been in for the final 3. Now he's 4th. But you're right, 𝐞𝐸𝐨's had so many poles this season. In the finale when he really needs it, as who was that jumping right up there? That was 𝐿𝐸𝐈. 𝐿𝐸𝐈 put to 6th place, and Lorenzo needs that. Lorenzo needs his teammate 𝐿𝐸𝐈 in the mix, of course. This is the final round, the finale, the showdown here in Saudi Arabia. Sprint race to follow.
Watch out for 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐵, he's on a great lap so far.
So we'll pick up 𝐞𝐸𝐨 in just a second. Here comes 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐵 about to finish his lap. This looks pretty consistent and clean. As Menno goes into 3rd. Ferrari 3rd and 4th. Here comes 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐵 into 7th.
1,000 between the 2 Ferraris.
On board with 𝐞𝐸𝐨, yeah, and the Ferraris, as we see yet again in qualifying, nothing between them at all. Here comes 𝐞𝐸𝐨. Just a 1 point to his name. That was in Bahrain, round the final corner. Little Jimmy's yet to do a time, or Verstappen. Nor's Burr, Nor's Speedy Chris. And 5th place for 𝐞𝐸𝐨. I tell you what, the track is gripping up, and Lorenzo's down in 6th. Tava down in 7th. 𝐞𝐸𝐵 2nd, the championship contenders.
But Lorenzo is coming now across the line. Let's see where he goes.
On board with Lorenzo into 3rd. That's a big lap.
Right.
So behind 𝐞𝐸𝐵, but that's not who you've got to worry about.
No one touching Hennessy so far.
No, Hennessy's time, and in fact Hennessy's back out on track, and he's on a flyer. So let's pick up Hennessy now.
Chris up to 3rd.
That's a great time. They're getting closer. They're getting close to Hennessy.
Just behind 𝐞𝐸𝐵.
As Chris runs out wide. So let's go on board with Hennessy. Hennessy's invalidated. No improvement this time, but the times are coming down. Lorenzo doesn't want this because now he's behind Speedy Chris, but his main challenger Tava is there in 8th place.
Still struggling, yeah. Tava's really struggling so far.
Tava's got to find a good Tava's got to find about half a second between himself and Lorenzo. But however, Lorenzo won't want to start too much further down, or he's getting into a bit of trouble. Lorenzo's got traffic now as well. He's been held. He got a little bit held up there by the Williams. I think that was Rasa on an outlap. So what a hit. Hennessy, 𝐞𝐸𝐵, Speedy Chris, 1, 2, 3, and Lorenzo championship leader 4th. Menno and Bryn 5th and 6th for the Ferraris. 𝐞𝐸𝐨 an excellent lap by him in 7th place. Tava in 8th, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐵 9th, 𝐿𝐸𝐈 10th. Then Mickey, Tess. Look at the Mercedes down there. Tess and Sus. Expected more from them, that's for sure. But our champion is Lorenzo going around again. Looks like he's going to pit and does. He's got one more run to come. And now the calm before the storm. Kobe's out there. Kobe's back out on an outlap, so he does not want to mess around. He doesn't want to wait for time to go down. He wants to try and get laps in. Burr is out there as well on an outlap.
He might go for 2 laps, Kobe, because this track it's so easy to lose the lap.
Yeah, it's wise. It's wise going early. Now Mickey's out there in the Williams. Oh, he's made a mistake. Yes, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸. Mickey's made a mistake. He's already cost himself in turns 1 and 2. Down to 3, 4 and 5 he comes. Right in that midfield, isn't he, is Mickey. But don't forget sprint race. They can start on whatever tyres they want. Oh my word. Great save by Mickey. Oh, and still 2 tank slappers. Wow. He did well to save that. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸's coming in the pits. He'll get time to go again. 2 minutes to go. Well, here we go. As it stands, I think a lot's going to change these next 2 minutes. So, VDV out there with one of the Mercs behind him. It looks like that could be... in fact, both Mercs are out there. In fact, the track's getting busy. Now, here we go. VDV's on a flyer.
Just in for a final run.
Yes.
Sklav will get 1 run.
Yes, surely 𝐞𝐸𝐸 will get a run in. So we will get the 4 championship contenders going. Don't forget 𝐞𝐸𝐸, 19 points off the back of Lorenzo. Just 1 point behind Kobe, though. Could get a top 3 in the championship. 𝐞𝐸𝐸's got to hurry up and get out there.
Dave. Kobe's on a flying lap and he's just finishing sector 1. He's a bit slower than his previous lap, though.
Well, let's go on board with Kobe. Here he is. Yeah, 1/10 down. And VDV's crashed. VDV's out. And that's the last thing his teammate...
And Kobe has lifted. Kobe has abandoned the lap.
Now, where's VDV be around here? Any second, VDV is going to see his teammate as Bryn goes past in the Ferrari.
𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐸𝐸's off.
𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐸𝐸's gone. In the same place, look. Oh, there goes VDV. And I think we're going to see 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐸𝐸...
Bryn second.
Bryn goes second. What a lap. Wow, we said the track's going to improve.
𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸 is off the session. 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸 will not get a lap in.
𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸's done. Oh, there's traffic everywhere right now, so Kobe won't go again. Lorenzo's out on an outlap. 𝐶𝑎VA also on an outlap. And Lorenzo's down in 5th place. That's not where he wants to start this sprint race for the championship leader. With one of his contenders ahead of him in Kobe in 3rd as it stands, and 𝐶𝑎VA 8th. So what about, let's go on board with a guy who is on a fly. So Kobe's backed off. Bryn did a super lap. Hennessy still can't be touched right now. So let's go on board with Mickey. Mickey's up.
Kobe's done.
So Kobe is done. Kobe won't be too disappointed with that if it stays like that. Who was that jumping up? Who was that? Was that Menno? Menno? Yeah, Menno's just jumped up to 6th place. Burr, 12th. Great lap by Burr. Burr is 12th. So VDV retired on track. Here comes 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸. Or Mickey.
Oh, Menno has invalidated. Menno is off.
Oh, Menno's done. So I'm waiting for Lorenzo and 𝐶𝑎VA to cross the line. I can see him there. So checker flag is out. This is it.
Mickey's coming too.
So on board with Mickey down the start finishing line. There goes one of the Ferraris. It'll be Menno, but he's invalidated. So here comes Mickey. Red Bull right behind him as well. I think it's Kieran. And Mickey goes 8th. Kieran and Liam. It wasn't. In fact, it was Chris. And Chris didn't improve. Right, so Lorenzo and 𝐶𝑎VA are on flyers. Who's ahead on track? Lorenzo.
I think Bryn is waiting for his teammate, but he doesn't know that his teammate has invalidated, I guess.
So a bit of games there from the Ferraris. Great to see the top 10 separate by less than a 10th, and Tesco 6th.
Oh,
excellent lap.
Nice lap.
What about his teammate Sus? And Lorenzo's invalidated. Lorenzo invalidates. So all eyes on 𝐶𝑎VA.
Oh.
Well, Lorenzo invalidates.
𝐶𝑎VA.
So all eyes on 𝐶𝑎VA and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸𝐸, who are still doing laps. Little Jimmy did not get a lap in, nor did 𝐶𝐸𝐸𝐸. So one of the championship contenders will start last for the sprint race. If you're listening as a driver, please retire, because we want to set the grid up as soon as possible for the, if you are done, for the sprint race. So 𝐶𝑎VA, he's still back, and he's up by 2/10, but that won't be enough to get him ahead of Lorenzo. Just stays in the limits on board. Rasser's done. Rasser down there in 17th. Oh, it would be big if he could get ahead of Lorenzo. It would be, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸𝐸's done. He's 11th. Here comes the Greek driver Tava around the final corner. Can he get himself ahead of Lorenzo? It will be big at this stage of the season. And Chris goes provisional pole.
Wow.
Where does Tava go? Tava crosses the line and he stays 10th.
Incredible lap by Chris. I missed it personally, but wow.
That is incredible. And it's Chris. Speedy Chris, who takes pole by 2/10. The track did speed up, and I did not have that as your top 3 after qualifying.
Who would ever predict this top 3? Wow.
And that is why I said Lorenzo winning the championship is not a foregone conclusion despite his lead, because that is the exact reason why.
And as I said, Dave, this is the one track that could give us any result ever imagined. Saudi Arabia is that kind of track.
And there you go. And
wow.
The Dutchman, Speedy Chris, on pole for the sprint race, ahead of Hennessy, ahead of Bryn, then Kobe, who one of the championship contenders there in 4th, then Lorenzo 5th. Now Lorenzo won't be too worried about Kobe as it stands. He just needs to really beat Tava and not have a disaster start. Tess, great effort by Tess there, by the way, 6th place. Mano 7th, great lap by him. 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 8th, 𝐖𝐞𝐥𝐜𝐸𝐸 in 9th, Tava 10th, and 𝐤𝐸𝐸 will start last. Good lap by...
really underperformed there. He needs to do better for the championship.
And the thing is, Tava's lap looked good. It looked clean. It didn't look too scrappy. It looked like...
Yeah, he was 3/10 up, but he lost time on the final sector. I suspect the final turn.
Sprint race is coming. This is big.
Of course, the drivers have to retire now.
So the drivers need to retire because we're going to go straight into a sprint.
And everyone will have a free choice of free tire choice.
Yeah, free tire choice for everyone in the sprint race. No safety car.
And for the race, of course, free tire choice and dynamic weather. But I think on this track it doesn't matter.
Tess saying he got damage on his outlap.
Oh.
So Mano disappointed as well.
Let's see some crashing now, I guess.
Right, as this start doesn't count, we'll be going back to the lobby. We will be going back to the lobby. As the drivers,
yes.
The drivers getting their aggression out their way. Oh
wow.
God! Oh God! It's terrible! Oh my word! That is one of the worst crashes. And one of the most...
6 parked cars at
the world's most expensive car park at the end of turn 1 as the drivers make their way back to the lobby. But I was not expecting that. And 𝐤𝐸𝐸 leads! Shame it's for nothing because we're heading back to the main lobby to start up the sprint race. But that was... well, they went out in style, had a bit of fun before the serious times begin. Hopefully 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸, Little Jimmy and 𝐤𝐸𝐸 know where we're all heading back. I'm pretty sure with 2 drivers left they're going to get the message pretty soon. But yeah, they went out in style there. Good to see. So as we set up the sprint grid very quickly, Lucas, let's go through some of your drivers of the season this season, some of your drives of the season. Who's really stood out for you this year?
It's hard to tell. Every race I see a different great drive. I have to watch back every race, but I have to say, for example, Jimmy was great. Where was it? In Austria, I think it was.
Yep. Yeah,
that was a great drive. Bear in Monza, of course, that's unforgettable.
Yeah, Jimmy burst on the scene in Austria, and I really thought he was going to be a driver to challenge the championship. Of course, Baku as well. As 𝐤𝐸𝐸's won the race, so well done 𝐤𝐸𝐸. Only man to finish. But little Jimmy, yeah, that Silverstone podium was so rewarding. And don't forget, in that race, little Jimmy was last. He got caught up in a turn 1 incident. Yeah. He was last. Pulled it back.
No headed.
Oh God, no! This is ugly. This has got terrible. A horrible crash in turn 1, and 𝐤𝐸𝐸 has. No wonder he didn't enter qualifying. He's lost his head. And that's freaking me out. So
I hope Cody's fixed that. I mean, you can't have
yeah,
that.
EA Sports Codemasters need to sort that out. That's not what you incredible victory, but he must have lost it in turn one with everybody else and managed to somehow keep going. Look at that Dutch dominance as well.
And there are some news actually about the new game, Dave. For example, sprint race officially in the game.
Oh, it's going to make life so much better. I'm waiting for an invite, Lucas, because I'm still on the screen.
We're on the same lobby. Just waiting to go back to the lobby actually.
So thanks to Sklav, who decided to do the whole race, the whole lap. He wanted that TV time. So don't forget, top 4 of the championship separated by 19 points. In terms of drivers, I think Little Jimmy's drive in Silverstone was spectacular. I really enjoyed that. VDV's win in Baku. What a win that was. What a mental race that was. And anyone who... It's only 5 drivers finished. But he kept his head really well and managed to win it just ahead of Tava. Drivers of the season... Burr in Monza, maybe. And Burr led that race. Burr led that race for so long. He could have won that race legitimately. Nearly had it. In the end, it went to 𝐞𝐸 and Sklav second place as well. But Burr just missed out. 4th place in the end. Finished just behind Sus, who got his first podium of the season. But Burr just out of nowhere, because that result, he's been... average 15th in qualifying. Burr average 14th in qualifying, and only had a 7th and a 13th to his name before that race, and it was absolute scenes from Burr. Rasa 4th in Baku out of absolutely nowhere, and of course last time out in Brazil, a stunning drive that nearly got himself a podium as well. But Lucas, 𝐞𝐸's lap 1 in Belgium, one of the best lap 1s I've ever seen. From last to second.
11 positions or something? Wow.
And every single one of those moves he made a move on every single... he passed at least one car at every single corner of the track. Fairly as well. In one of the most bizarre first laps I'd ever seen. And it wasn't... there's nothing bad about it. In fact, everybody got round the first lap. There was no retirements, there was no accidents. 𝐞𝐸 just carved his way through the field. And 𝐞𝐸 round the outside, I think, has been the most used phrase I've used this season. 𝐞𝐸 loves the move around the outside. He did it in Italy a lot as well on his way to victory there. On his way to second there. But 𝐞𝐸, that first lap in Brazil, is one of the laps of the season, without a doubt. Who else has been your standout? Kieran Liam. Super consistent from them this season. 3 7ths, 2 9ths. But Sklav, to finish every single race in this competitive championship in the points, that's good going.
So just fixing the grid now for the sprint race. Will just be a minute.
Those watching in the chat that don't know what's going on, so basically that start was a dummy start, because we're just setting the sprint grid now, which is nearly done, which will be 13 laps, no safety car, 1 pit stop in the middle, 3 Ranger tyre choice, and then the order from this sprint race will be what we have going into the main race in what is going to be a thrilling conclusion to this championship. Lucas, who would you stick your money on?
I'll say Lorenzo. Because he has a good advantage over the second and especially the third and fourth place, and he's actually in front of them, except 𝐞𝐸, but yeah, he's actually in a good position.
Yeah, and 𝐞𝐸 knows 𝐞𝐸's got to really realistically win this sprint race and then take some points. If 𝐞𝐸 can get within 15 of Tava, it makes it a little bit easier. It means he could finish third, and if Lorenzo retired, well, then they'd be joint champions actually. But 𝐞𝐸 needs to win and just needs Lorenzo to finish as low as possible, really, and even out the points even better. And Lorenzo is right in the mix, 5th place around drivers he's not used to racing with. He'll be praying that he can just keep a front wing and that car fully intact going around this sprint race, because that's crucial. Sklav will start the sprint race at the back. Massive outside shot for Sklav in the championship.
Yes.
And Tava, poor old Tava, well, starting 10th, right in the middle of the pack of a full grid. He's just got to have eyes again on keeping it clean and getting to Lorenzo, hasn't he?
And just in a very wild scenario, Dave, if Tava wins and Lorenzo doesn't score, we go to the race with tied at the top, like the actual Formula 1 last year.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Would love
that's
to
right.
See that, but it looks unlikely right now. But
It
you never
looks,
know.
yeah, it would be one hell of a sprint race from Tava to win it, and Lorenzo score nothing to be champion. But stranger things have happened this year.
If one track can give you that kind of a race, it's Jeddah or Baku, but in this case, Jeddah also can do that.
This is going to be interesting. Wow.
Of course, good luck to everyone. Enjoy this final race, guys. It's been a great season.
Absolutely.
Let's hope they all have fun today on this final race.
And let's have some fun and race hard, but race respectfully. Let's finish this season on a high. We don't want this to go into the steward's room at the end. We don't want to have to deliberate over points and finishes. And I'll tell you what, the final 3 races have been relatively clean. We've had, I don't think, any incidents reported, or minimal, maybe one incident reported in the last 3 races. As the standards got better and better, and it couldn't really get much worse after Baku in round 2, which was a disaster. So here we go. Formation lap first, and the sprint race will be underway. The first sprint race at Silverstone was a belter, and of course that was the race that 𝐞𝐸 kick-started his season. How 𝐞𝐸 could do with another sprint race win here. But Hennessy, this is... And of course, don't forget, Hennessy's fighting for 5th in the championship as well. He's on 30 points. Sus is on 43. If he took a sprint race win here and took some big points off Sus, he's got every chance of 5th place in the championship. And Sus will be trying to defend that for everything it's worth. And VDV has got eyes on 5th place as well, as has Rasa as an outside shot. As we have our second countdown.
I hope there are no issues.
Yeah, we don't want that from Codemasters to finish the season off. Especially we've been pretty issue-free the last few races as well. So, second countdown, just make sure everybody is really ready. And now, hopefully, we'll go to the grid.
Yep.
Here we go.
And I see medium tires for the poleman.
As the formation lap begins. Long old lap, so I can get... now, that's interesting from Speedy Chris.
Mediums, half softs.
Wow, so... And Lorenzo's going mediums. Tava's gone mediums. 𝐞𝐸's gone softs. Well, that's just put the cat amongst the pigeons straight away, hasn't it? So Speedy Chris on his Speed King's debut. Pole position in the sprint race. Hennessy, 2nd place, like we said, going for that 5th place in the championship. Bryn didn't score. Bryn's had some impressive outings. It was good in Brazil. In fact, he was running in 5th regularly with his teammate Matt in Brazil. Just couldn't finish the race in the end. 𝐞𝐸, well, he needs another magic first lap. For 𝐞𝐸, really, he wants to try and get to the front and then get away, doesn't he, really? Lorenzo, championship leader on the medium tyres, so he's going to be a little bit slow on the first couple of laps. He's got to watch out for Tess behind him. Tess has got nothing to lose. Tess down there in 5th to 18th for the championship, 16 points. A good result for him could put him right in the fight for the top 10 of the championship. That's how close it is. So he'll be looking to finish the season on a high. Meadow in 7th. We know Meadow's a great hard racer. Loves to get his elbows out. Loves wheel-to-wheel racing and is also very clean and fair. 𝐞𝐸 8th. Just a 1 point to his name. He'll only finish on a high in the Aston Martin. Mickey there in 9th place and soft. Then Tava on the medium tyres, and Tava may be pretty happy to see 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸, Gio and Bear all in mediums behind him. It means he's got a little bit of potential breathing space, but Tava needs
to go up. Tava needs to have a 𝐞𝐸 lap.
He does. The main thing for Tava is to beat Lorenzo this race, whatever happens. So no matter where he finishes, just beat Lorenzo.
Meno and 𝐞𝐸𝐸 have touched, and they're both out of the formation.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well. Gio Bear on the soft. VDV, well, we know it's all or nothing from this man this season. Down there in 14th place in the soft. Kieran Liam, usual. I say that's about average qualifying position for them as well this season. They're in 15th place. Sus, 16th. He'll be looking for better. He'll be looking for much better. Sus there in 16th. Rasa 17th. Tabuman 18th. Verstappen, aka Little Jimmy 19th. And Sklav 4th in the championship, who can still realistically win it as well. They're in 20th place as the front runners take their place at the front of the grid. Let's go. The position changes up. Big pressure.
Turns 1 and 2, they were so tight. It's so easy to have a touch.
And
with
it's a
someone,
short
so
run to
easy
turn
make
1
a
as well.
mistake.
Yeah, and it's a short run to turn 1. Not
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
opportunity to
absolutely.
make places up. The first sector is hard to make places up. Here we go,
lucky as well.
folks! We get ready for the sprint race. The lights are on! Let's do this! The showdown begins now! And it is... Go from Jeddah! It's a good start by Chris. It's a good start by Bryn. Oh, and it crashes 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸.
Bryn is up to first. Bryn is up to first.
He leaves.
Oh,
Lorenzo's off. Oh, Kobe's off as well. Is that Tess? That's Tess making his way through. Lorenzo's going. Tava's ahead of Lorenzo. Tava's ahead of Lorenzo. What a first lap by Tava. They're side by side. Lorenzo's off the road. Championship Lorenzo's off the road. And Tava's ahead. What a first lap by Tava. That's exactly...
Meno has damage. Sorry, Dave. Meno has massive damage.
What a shame for the Ferrari man. Bryn leads ahead of Hennessy, ahead of Tess. Chris, who was on pole, is in 4th. Kobe
And
is
Tess on
down.
the outside, Dave. Tess, oh, they touched with Hennessy. I hope they didn't. I hope there's no damage.
Look at Tava. Look at... And the championship leaders, Kobe, Tava, Lorenzo, are nose to tail. This is already started perfectly for the championship. And Tava is ahead of Lorenzo, exactly where he needs to be. But look at this fight for the top.
Barry's going downwards.
Oh, big crash! Hennessy took out Tess.
Oh,
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Oh, and Tava's got Lorenzo right behind him. Kobe gets past Tess. Tess has got no front wing. Oh, Tess is causing a traffic jam here. Tava's going to get through. Lorenzo's gone backwards. Lorenzo's 8th. Lorenzo's 8th. Has he got damage? What's happened to the championship leader? Down to 9th.
Wow, what's going on? It's a chaotic start.
It is loads of cars pitting. Lorenzo pits on the medium tyres, the championship leader. It's gone completely pear-shaped at the start. Hennessy's in as well. Pole sitter Chris is in. I cannot believe it. Kobe and Tava are 2nd and 3rd.
Oh, Dave, Lorenzo was pitting for strategy, not for damage. He didn't change his front wing. It's strategy for Lorenzo.
So he's going soft to the end. He'll have clear track.
Because soft tire actually has good grip here for many laps.
So let's see if that... But he was dropping 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸 and Meadow having a torrid time in the pits. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That's Jeddah, ladies and gentlemen.
Kobe's 2nd, by the way. Kobe's 2nd on the soft tyres already.
Tava did have the Kobe lap that we talked about.
He did. Oh, Bryn penalty!
Oh, right.
Bryn penalty at the front, and this is why it was never a formality for Lorenzo. Because just can't, and look at little Jimmy Verstappen on sus.
Verstappen, wow, they touched a bit, but Verstappen is ahead.
This is wild. Sus behind getting wild. VDV up to Bear's out.
Oh, shame for Bear.
That's a real shame for Bear. This is crazy racing right now. 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 up to 10th, by the way.
And how many places is Sus up? I think he's like 8 places or so.
Sus has made a fantastic start, exactly what he needed, as Lorenzo passing. Oh, and they're all pitting. Look at that. They're all the medium runners want the soft tyres on, including Tava. Including Tava. This is huge. Where will he come out to Lorenzo? This is big championship implications.
𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 is staying out though.
So 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 stays out. Kobe, of course, on softs, he will stay out. He'll probably stay out to the end. Here comes Lorenzo! This is going to be close, Lucas! This is going to be so close!
No, Tava's ahead,
Yes, Tava! Tava is ahead! But Lorenzo had a mighty outlap!
Yeah, it's a soft tire against the medium tire. He had a much better lap, but Tava managed to stay ahead. That's crucial for Tava. At least he has to outscore Lorenzo here.
He does! And now it's all eyes.
That's the point.
All eyes on what Kobe does. So, wow, what a start. What a shame for Hennessy. And by the way, Hennessy was on the soft tyres already, so he's now got to do the whole rest of the race on medium tyres. It's Mickey, who was on pole, is in 13th. Tess down there in 14th. VDV, no safety car, of course, as Bryn continued to cut the corners. Had he cut the shot of Kobe. So Kobe's got a bit of a clear track, catching Bryn. By little Jimmy, by the way. What a start. Up into 3rd. Sus there with him, and these soft runners won't pit and pray until the very last lap if they can help it.
𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 is catching up on Sus right now, on the medium tires, so 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 has some pace there.
He has got some pace, and 𝐞𝐸's catching the back of Bryn very quickly. And if Bryn's wise, he's got a penalty. He doesn't need to fight this too hard. Oh, Mickey's going backwards. Mickey's...
𝐞𝐸 5 seconds in the pits. What a shame.
Oh, how many... Oh, is there side by side? The two red balls side by side. This is Kieran and Speedy Mick. Sorry, Speedy Chris. Oh, Bryn's just racking up the penalties. But how many times this season has 𝐞𝐸 got 5-second penalties in the pits? This has been a regular occurrence for 𝐞𝐸 this year. And it's cost him again.
Of course, no line for 𝐞𝐸.
Now, 𝐞𝐸 needs to pass Bryn. Now, if you're Bryn, you've got 6 seconds of penalties. You're not going to fight this too hard against a championship. You don't need to fight this hard against a championship contender. You don't need to do anything silly here. This is by the way, this is huge for 𝐞𝐸. This is absolutely massive. He has to beat Lorenzo and Tava. He needs to pass Bryn quickly.
He can just use the DRS. He doesn't have to take any risks.
𝐞𝐸 won the sprint race at Silverstone, of course. Down into look, it's so hard to overtake. It's such a quick track, but
of course, Dave. Do you overtake here? Because with Verstappen and Leclerc, it's not worth it overtaking here if you are very close.
And we're seeing 𝐞𝐸 play games already this season. Belgium comes to mind. 𝐞𝐸 has got through and leads, and he will need a few laps to pull away. He'll be hoping that Bryn doesn't come back at him.
Bryn has a DRS. Bryn has a DRS, and he's getting closer. Is he going to attack back? He's not pushing actually.
I don't think Bryn's going to fight it too hard. 𝐞𝐸's safe.
But like I said, if you overtake there, then you're under pressure in the next straight. And actually I'm protected.
Taboo Man pits. So Rasa! Yeah, Rasa there in 5th place. Yet again, just keeping his nose clean, having a nice little outing. Could earn himself some points. Tava, Lorenzo. Right, so where is Lorenzo to Tava? That's the question. And Tava's... There they are! The top 2 in the championship. 2nd place, Tava in 7th. Championship Lorenzo 8th. They have stopped. And Gio. So that's crucial for Lorenzo that he has his teammate as a buffer ahead of 𝐞𝐸, the other championship contender, who's bringing Hennessy with him. But don't forget, 𝐞𝐸 has that penalty.
And right now, if we assume that everyone pits at the front...
Oh, there's a move. Tava gets past 𝐞𝐸's beard.
Oh, yeah.
And Lorenzo will want to... Now, Lorenzo will want to... I think 𝐞𝐸's made a mistake, actually. 𝐞𝐸 was quite far ahead of Tava.
Or might let him through. He might not fight the leaders.
Yeah, 𝐞𝐸's racing his own race. He's on the meet. He's still got to stop as well, so it's not been the ideal night so far for the Dutchman. But now Lorenzo will get some nice DRS off 𝐞𝐸 as well. But Tava's actually pulling away quite nicely. So everybody else in front of these guys has still got to stop. But it's what... And Bryn's staying with 𝐞𝐸, by the way. But those penalties for Bryn have been costly. However, it's heavenly for Lorenzo and Tava. Tava's now within DRS of Rasa as well. Those mediums, those soft to mediums, there's a big difference, isn't there?
Yeah, huge difference.
So Lorenzo should get past here. Sus pits. Lorenzo streams past. Now it'll be 𝐞𝐸's turn with the DRS. So Sus has pitted. 𝐞𝐸 fastest lap, and 𝐞𝐸's getting past Gio. Gio's not going to fight that too hard because 𝐞𝐸's got... Oh, what a shame 𝐞𝐸's got that penalty, because then we'd have Tava, Lorenzo and 𝐞𝐸, the 3 championship contenders, going nose to tail. Mickey is...
Tava now is at the back of Rasam on a very awkward position. He has to overtake here on the straight. Yeah,
look at Lorenzo! Lorenzo's caught right up to Tava! Tava's going now for it! Oh, he's got the DRS, but it's cost him so much time, and Lorenzo can now... As Rasa getting out the way. Yeah, well done, Rasa. Well done. Rasa knows that behind him, or now in front of him, are 2 championship contenders who are separated by 8 points. He does not want to spoil a party. However, he'll probably defend him.
But Tava got compromised by Rasa because now Lorenzo is within the DRS of Tava.
He is, Lorenzo. But will Lorenzo be content with just losing 1 point to Tava? It will be a 7.
Lorenzo, wow, Tava must have used his battery because he opened up massively on the straight.
And don't forget, all eyes on what... So that, in fact, 𝐞𝐸's going to miss out because 𝐞𝐸's only 15 seconds ahead. No, he's a bit more. He's a bit more. So Tava, where will 𝐞𝐸 come out? And he'll have fresh mediums as well. But look at Lorenzo. Here we go. The 2 championship contenders are nose to tail. And Lorenzo has closed the gap to Tava. Where's Bryn going to come out, by the way? Because this will be telling for when 𝐞𝐸 pits. Where is Bryn? Now he's behind, and I've got a feeling 𝐞𝐸 may be behind these two as well. So that's interesting. But don't forget their soft tyres will be going off. Lorenzo pit on lap 1.
Wow, if Bryn is just behind Lorenzo, then 𝐞𝐸 might actually come ahead of Lorenzo, and maybe Tava too.
Yeah, there is Bryn as Gio gets past 𝐞𝐥𝐸's beard. 𝐞𝐥𝐸 still needs...
on the mediums, of course. 𝐞𝐸 will.
No penalties for the champ, well, except for 𝐞𝐥𝐸. But Lorenzo, Tava and 𝐞𝐸 are still clear. Little Jimmy's playing himself into contention as well, by the way. And don't forget, tyre life between 𝐞𝐸 and Lorenzo's softs is just 2 laps. So when does Lorenzo make... So when does 𝐞𝐸 make the moves for mediums? And don't forget, Bryn... Let's see what his mediums are like. Can he catch Lorenzo and Tava? Still nothing between the two champions. Then look at this. This is as close as it gets. Exactly what we wanted. Tava just ahead of Lorenzo. If it stays like this, the gap will be 7 points between the front two.
𝐞𝐸 pits.
𝐞𝐸 in. 𝐞𝐸 in.
𝐞𝐸 penalty.
Oh, you're joking. And that could be the championship right there.
They do the same mistake. They cut on the pit entry. There is a specific path they have to follow, but they don't follow it. They cut that path, and the game doesn't give a second chance.
And and here goes Lorenzo! Lorenzo on the back of Tava. Will he have a move? No, he doesn't. Oh, and poor 𝐞𝐸. That could be the championship. And he's come out right behind, and the front three in the championship are nose to tail. And little Jimmy's got past 𝐞𝐸. Verstappen, aka little Jimmy's past 𝐞𝐸. And right behind Bryn. Wow, he's flying.
Oh, someone's off.
It's 𝐞𝐸's pitting.
Chris has crashed massively. No front wing, I think.
What a shame. The pole sitter. No, sorry.
Oh yeah, there's no front wing.
Yeah, it's completely gone. He's had a big impact with the wall. Rasa up into 11th place. Side by side, who was that? Side by side. It's Bryn, yes, Jimmy and Bryn. Oh, 𝐞𝐸 will be kicking himself, and now 𝐞𝐸 has to try and pass him and get ahead. Oh, Bryn with that rear end, that car looks horrible. Oh, and here goes Jimmy on board with the Irishman. Yes. He's done it. VDV, another penalty.
DRS now for Bryn. Oh, Bryn lost it. Bryn is on the wall. He's out of the race.
And he's out, just like in Brazil. Just like in Brazil. Bryn has lost it. Oh, and Tess just hit the wall as well. Oh, that's a big crash. That's a Mick Schumacher type crash. And one of the Hasses has hit problems. I think that was 𝐞𝐥𝐸 hit problems as well. Oh, and Lorenzo getting passed by 𝐞𝐸. 𝐞𝐸 round the outside. 𝐞𝐸 has to.
𝐞𝐸's first.
Unbelievable. And here goes Lorenzo on Tava. He backs out of it. Gio's out. Gio's out. What's going on?
Gio's out.
They're falling like flies here. Gio's gone. But now 𝐞𝐸 leads. And 𝐞𝐸 has to find 5 seconds.
Wow.
Oh, Lorenzo mistake. Lorenzo made a...
for that penalty, 𝐞𝐸.
Yeah, yeah, big time. But look who's right behind Lorenzo, little Jimmy. Now he's only got 3 seconds. The medium tyre runners seem to be enjoying these tyres right now.
I'm wondering if the soft tyre is falling away.
Well, is the soft going away? Is it the medium runners in a good position here? Oh, those
overtake by 𝐞𝐸.
Yeah, double. Oh, those penalties. 𝐞𝐸's been the best overtaker I've seen in esports. All bar one move this season has gone wrong. One move in Brazil, which again was a big moment for the championship. But 𝐞𝐸, he's pulling away. He's got a second. He's broken the DRS. And look, this little Jimmy is Verstappen.
No DRS for Tava. No DRS for Tava.
Yeah, 𝐞𝐸's broken it, and now he can focus on getting that 5-second gap. Can he do it? Action at the back. There's so much action. I'm struggling to keep up. Russ is on for a point. He's got Menno right behind him, but there's so much action at the front. Tabarman has got a penalty.
Tava has to defend.
Yeah, Tava, no DRS. Lorenzo could be his chance. Here comes the championship leader. Is he going to try and move?
Here. No, he's not pushing with the battery yet.
He's not. And little Jimmy, little Jimmy has no penalties. So if little Jimmy, aka Verstappen, can get ahead of Lorenzo, Tava needs that. And but 𝐞𝐸's made a mistake.
But 𝐞𝐤 has secured a top 5 even with the penalty. That's a good thing for 𝐞𝐤 at least.
It is. It is. Oh, on board with Jimmy's right behind the back of Lorenzo. He's practically pushing him along. He's surely a sitting duck. The championship leader's in trouble here. They've both got DRS. Will he ever go down the inside? He thinks better of it, backs out of it, and they're all catching Kobe again.
I hope little Jimmy is careful here, because that's a championship leader right in front.
I think he knows that, and to be honest with you, oh, that was inches.
It would be ironic, just as you said, that he knows if he touches.
Yeah, I nearly put. He's practically pushing him. Is he gonna have a go here? Yellow flags again. It's Mickey.
Oh, it's Williams around.
It's Mickey. I think it's Mickey. Here we go. Here we go again.
Oh, someone else off. 𝐞𝐸𝐸 is off.
They're having a nightmare at the back of their field, aren't they? They really. When does little Jimmy make his move? But don't forget, you don't want to gamble too much. These are your starting positions for the race. As it stands, Kobe's on for 4th place. That's not enough. He needs to beat Lorenzo. Look at that. Now they're all those stay on Kobe. In fact, Lorenzo's got a little move there at Tava. Oh, Jimmy's gone late. Oh, no. Oh, what a shame.
Jimmy lost his breaking point.
He got caught out.
Lost it.
I'll tell you why. I think he was he was focused on Lorenzo and Tava going side by side. He completely lost his breaking point there.
I feel like he never break. Wow. I wonder if Tava has side foot damage.
Oh, he'll be nervous now.
Tava.
And I tell you what, credit to Lorenzo, who had to back right out of that to avoid an accident. But that's a mass. And I tell you what, Lorenzo, although he nearly hit little Jimmy Verstappen, he will be breathing a huge sigh of relief, because that's big for the championship. He did not want him in between him and Tava, and Kobe still can't pull away. Kobe needs 5 seconds. Hennessy's trying to... Oh, him and Rasa side by side. Hennessy round the outside. Taps the wall. Oh, he's having a torrid time down there, isn't he? A man who qualified so well. Oh, big... Now...
Rasa on penalty.
Yeah,
oh,
Rasa... No, yeah, Hennessy and Rasa came together in a big way there. And I don't like where that went. Wow. Hennessy's out, and I'm not liking what I saw there. From what I saw,
I hope the race is better than this.
Yeah, that was not impressive from Hennessy. Oh, look at Kobe. Kobe's struggling to. Now they're pulling away. Oh, there's one lap to go, so they're not going to pull out enough.
Tava just needs to bring it home. He doesn't have to overtake Kobe.
No, it's going to make no.
Tava looks like he's going to take the pole position.
It's going to make no difference, is it, for the race, because it's still going to be, well, as it stands, 7 points will separate Tava from Lorenzo at the front.
And we have the top 4, Dave, on top 4 positions right now.
Yes!
How about that?
Although 𝐞𝐸𝐸 will drop, won't he? 𝐞𝐸𝐸 will drop behind little Jimmy, but we will have the 4 contenders.
Kobe also will drop, I think, behind Jimmy.
Yeah, that's a good point. What is the leader times? So the leader times
5.8. Oh, it's close.
Just as a Trebauman gets the fastest lap. So this championship is beautifully poised, and it will be the top 2 in the championship as it stands on the front row for the main race with a free tyre choice as well. It'll be the 2 Greek drivers. Then it will be Kobe. No, it will be Kobe as it stands. I think little Jimmy's got damaged, by the way. I think he's dropping back even more. Kobe's pulled out a hell of a lap here. He was nose to toe with Tava. Tell you what, it's 3 point. If Kobe can have the last lap of his life here, he could get Lorenzo. He needs to find 1.5 seconds. He's just pulled away by 1.2 seconds that lap. Can he find another 1.4 seconds? Well, watch out. This Kobe needs every point he can get. He's currently, as it stands, he'll drop 19 behind. Kobe absolutely gunning for 3-7. No, it still looks like it's not going to be enough. 3-8. Oh, I don't think it is, unless Lorenzo makes a massive mistake. 4 seconds, okay. Oh, 4.1. This is huge. This may seem like nothing, but it's huge. And Jimmy's coming back at him.
Oh, there's a massive mistake by Kobe there. He hit the wall almost.
And that's cost him. That's cost Kobe.
Lorenzo has no pace whatsoever at the moment.
4-2. We're running out of corners, and it looks like it will be Tava Lorenzo 1-2. Kobe's got to find every little bit he can here.
And Sus had the great sprint, Dave.
Yeah, by the way, Sus and Tess and little Jimmy have been outstanding.
But Sus, wow.
Yeah, Sus and points as well. That will help consolidate his 5th place in the championship. Kobe's 4.5. He got so close. He got within half a second of doing it. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It will be Tava, though. It will be. Well, Kobe, it's 4.6. He's going to miss out by tenths of a second. But it's Tava who takes the sprint race. Lorenzo does get second. Just. Wow, that was close in the end. But the 3 attempts in it. Little Jimmy 4th. That mistake was crucial for him. 𝐞𝐥𝐸 will be 5th. The top 4 of the championship will start in the top 5. And Tava has reduced the championship lead by 1 point. It's 7. 7 in it. Credit to Meno. Meno's going to score a point. Rasa's just going to miss out. A good race for him. Meno gets 8 for the final point of the sprint. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 beats Rasa on penalties. 9th for 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸, 10th for Rasa, VDB 11th, 𝐸𝐸𝐸 is 12th, Kieran Liam, as usual, they're finishing. But wow, 7 points separate Lorenzo from Tava. So, if Tava wins, and Lorenzo finishes second, and Tava gets the fastest lap, Tava's champion. That's how close it is, guys. That's how close it is. And by the way, we were saying the Mercs had a great sprint race. How about Tava? Tava started 10th. And we were saying before the race, Tava starting 10th, he needs a miracle to win. He just gone and got himself one. Wow. 7 points in it. 26th for a win and fastest lap. 18 for second. This could not be closer. Kobe is now 19 points back. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸's now 21 points back. Now they do need miracles. They need Lorenzo to retire and Tava and to win the race themselves. And well done, Sus and Tess. That is an outstanding drive from Sus and Tess. Well, I tell you what, Lucas and everybody listening, watching, I was sceptical of sprint races at the start. I really was sceptical, but now that was a thriller, and that has given us what should be a cracking fight this season. Whew. What's been said? What's been said in the chat? What we got? Bryn got side pod damage. What a shame for Bryn. Bryn would have been right in there as well, along with little Jimmy of Verstappen. 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 fastest lap. As right, we're going to set up the main grid, the main race. Tess Hennessy said he ruined his race. P18 to P6, P6 to P2. There was some great sprint race results out there.
𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 and Jimmy from the last row of the grid up to 4 and 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is just incredible. And Sus from 16th, and Rasa again doing what he does best. No points this time, but puts himself in a great chance to score points for the race itself. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 from last, like a little that. Wow, to come through all that carnage. 7 points. 7 points is the gap between first and second. 7 points separates the gap between Lorenzo and Tava going into this final race. Kobe with a big outside chance. How many times have we said Kobe round the outside? Well, he needs a big one round here. Who's left this session? We need to get back in.
Maybe check which car has no driver.
So, pause before we get going. One of the Aston Martins. Yeah, it's one of the Aston Martins. But it's so. Wow, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited for this. Is it going to be Lorenzo? Is it going to be Tava? Or are they both going to DNF and Kobe from nowhere could take it? Don't forget little Jimmy, aka Verstappen, because he has the pace to interfere. Who's the more nervous, Lucas? Lorenzo or Tava? Whose shoes you want to be in? Because they've got Jimmy, who's quick behind him. Sklav's got pace. Kobe's got pace.
I think Lorenzo, because the other drivers have nothing to lose now. Lorenzo has everything to lose.
He does.
He's the one leading.
And Lorenzo's season so far this season, by the way, has been a win, DNF, win, DNF, third, DNF, win, last time out in Brazil. What's this going to throw up? What's this going to do for Lorenzo? Because Kobe had pace in that race, clearly, because he won on track. Sklav's got pace. Little Jimmy, Verstappen's got pace. He needs... All Lorenzo has to do is beat Tava. All Tava has to do is win. He needs to win. He's got to convert that pole into a win. Because if he does that, he's champion. All Tava's got to do is hold on for 25 laps. 25 laps of his life. He did it in Monza. He won in Monza. He's finished every single race. He's finished on the podium. He's not a stranger to doing it. It's the battle of the Greeks with a Belgian on the outside looking in. And an Irishman who'll be keen to take his first win in Speed Kings, and he's got the pace to do it. Can Skław get his first win? Skław's not won yet this season. Don't forget. 4th in the championship, now 21 points adrift, but he's had 6th, 8th, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd, 6th, 6th. I think we're just waiting for one more driver. 3 tyre choice. Safety car, and I'll tell you what, is going to play a part. Safety car.
𝐞𝐸𝐻𝐸 missing.
Ah, 𝐞𝐸𝐻𝐸, of course, yeah, the Irishman, 𝐞𝐸𝐻𝐸. Safety car is going to play a part in this. No doubt about it. And I think we're going to get a few. I just hope the safety car doesn't come out every lap, because I want to see, ultimately, and I think we all want to see, a fair fight between Tava, Lorenzo, Kobe and Skław, and little Jimmy.
I do think it's inevitable to get the safety car around this track.
I think more than twice. Sadly, the odds are high. If it's Baku again, it could be crazy. And don't write out, by the way, don't write out the 2 Mercedes. Tess and Sus had an outstanding sprint race, and they're going to fancy their chance. Sus had a podium this year. Tess has had a 4th place in Silverstone. Tess will be eyeing up a first podium. Sus will be eyeing out a big result, possibly another podium. I don't think 𝐞𝐸𝐻𝐸 is going to join, so I think we'll go down to the 19 by the look of it.
Yeah, I send one more invite just in case. You can wait like 2 minutes and then you can go.
So strap yourselves in, folks, because this is going to get interesting. What's going on in the chat?
A lot is going on in the chat.
Yes. Shame for Burr. Burr was having a nice race. He retired in that. Hennessy could do with calming his aggression down. So, 1 minute to go, and we will begin.
Yeah, I think we are ready now.
I think we are ready. So we're going to have 19. 𝐞𝐸𝐻𝐸's not going to take the start. And I'm hoping for a clean race. Let's end the season on a high. Let's have a clean and fair championship battle and a clean and fair race. And this championship
So,
to end on the high.
To repeat for people joining now, Lorenzo leading the championship by 7 points to 2nd place, and then 18 points to 3rd place and 21 points to 4th place. 4 drivers still have a chance to win it. Lorenzo at the front though.
Here we go,
And
folks.
those standings of course include the sprint race that we watched some minutes ago.
Yep, that is up to date. Beautifully poised. Oh boy.
And Dave, before we go into this race, how about Miami coming up now this week?
I'm interested to see what Miami brings, It's going to be a fun race. Great start times. I prefer the late starts.
I haven't watched any single lap on actual like simulation lap, but I've seen the layout and it does look interesting. It seems to favor high-speed cars with this,
it's been quite unusual this season that we've had a lot of high-speed tracks to start the season. Bahrain, high speed. Australia now high speed, of course. Imola was the first race that wasn't really high speed, was it? Now we're going to another one. Spain will break the mould, and so will Monaco in a few races' time. They've got Baku coming up. But it's certainly the tracks have favoured Ferrari and Red Bull to start the season with.
Red Bull seems to be getting better and better. They were great on the top speed. Now they're great everywhere.
Yeah,
and in Imola.
and that Leclerc spin in Imola. How costly is that going to be? Because I've got a feeling when we look back at the end of the season, that moment could be a bit of a decisive moment for Leclerc.
Too early, of course, but yeah, it's those driver errors that make the difference. Oh, and I hope that's not me, but drivers are leaving. Could be me though.
Yeah, I've got it as well. Yeah, for some reason everyone's leaving. Oh, they're making good old Codemasters. Oh, they're making us wait. They're making us really wait for this finale. So we've lost a few drivers here. We've lost a few drivers, so we're going to restart and get the drivers back.
Yeah, we are going to restart. Yes.
Oh God! Oh man! Just want to get going. So we've got Miami. Well, we've got Miami coming up. Very weird that they're zigzagging from Europe to America at this stage of the season as well. One race in Europe, and then they're going back in Australia as well. It's been really a weird calendar, hasn't it? Especially when they like to keep it nice and compact and save on travel costs. So it's going to start a new lobby. Don't worry, folks. We are starting a new lobby. That will be your grid. Oh God, goodness sake! And it's all fun and we've got another turn one car park. So, there they all go again. Oh, and another one. So, and one of the Mercs. But that was VDV, a huge impact in the wall as well. So we will have to build up again.
Yeah, invite everyone and thank you, Codis, for that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, this season's gone relatively well with Codemasters, and of course they saved the problems to the very last race. We will get underway. So we're just going to form a new lobby. That's a major... Oh, goodness me, there's some big impacts out there. Kieran Ling with a big impact, VDV.
Better have them now than later.
Yes, there's going to be more heads gone here. Surprise, Hennessy's going to be starting 15th, Geo 16th. Big surprise. Hennessy's got some speed. Let's see if Hennessy can keep it clean, how far up he can get. Just waiting for the invite.
Yep, almost there.
So we just wait. So I'm out of panning. I can't pan much more. I don't know. I've done all the build-up. There's the invite. So let's get ourselves in. Come on, come on! I want to finish this season. I want to see who's going to be crowned champion. Just if Tava wins this race and Lorenzo's second, that extra point by Tava in the sprint race would have been absolutely crucial. But then on countback, technically they'd be on the same points, but Lorenzo would be champion on race wins, wouldn't he? I suppose that's how we'll decide it.
Sorry, Dave, I wasn't.
I was saying if Tava wins and Lorenzo's second, they will finish the championship on equal points.
Yeah, but Lorenzo has more wins.
But more wins, yeah. So Lorenzo would be champion. So yeah. Tava needs a fastest lap to boot, really, doesn't he?
He does need to finish ahead of Lorenzo, not equal.
Jimmy says, I feel so bad for George. I missed my braking point completely. I hope he didn't get damage. I think everybody was okay in the end. I think George, he means Tava. Well, Tava still won the race. I made another invite, Lucas. But I think, like we said, I think Jimmy just got caught out with the braking because 𝐞𝐸 had made a mistake, and he'd braked a bit early, and then of course Tava Lorenzo. But I think Lorenzo braked early because he didn't really want to try that move on Tava, and it completely caught poor old little Jimmy out. Oh, what's going on here? That's what I want. Come on, let me in. Lava joining session screen. Come on. This happened not long ago, didn't it? It's about 5 attempts to get in the end. Yeah, and Jimmy confirmed what we said. So Jimmy went for the move, and then yeah, backed out of it to sort of not try the move there on Tava, and Jimmy, sadly, and in fact Jimmy did very well to avoid Lorenzo. I thought he was going to go straight T-boning into Lorenzo. Thankfully he missed him. I'm not restarting the game. What's going on?
I can send one more, but could be the case that you need to restart the app.
I might need to quit the game and go back in, then I.
Which would stop the live, by the way, guys.
Oh. Come on, this one. Come on, Codemasters.
For one last time this year, come on.
Yeah, come on. We just need 45 minutes of your time, Codemasters. It's not working. Why is it not working? Let me try and invite from Verstappen or Jimmy. Is everybody else in? Am I the last one?
I think not. I have 16 drivers right now.
Oh, I don't want to start the stream again. Oh, Codemasters. EA Sports, make a better game. Who are we still waiting for? Who's still missing?
I think Tess, I'm sending an invite now.
Come on, let me in! I've literally run out of things to say. As who's still going on in chat? Tess and Hennessy are still going at it in chat. Oh, come on. Come on, seriously, what is going on? It's Tess. I think Tess and Hennessy are still going at it in the chat. Oh, come on! It's not working. I don't want to break the stream. So if I restart the game, the stream stops.
Yeah, if you close the application, it will stop.
What a joke! Oh look, everyone, there's my season. Look, there's my team career. What a joke! Can I join any other way? Can I join through the party chat?
You can try.
Restart your game. I don't want to restart the game. This is unbelievable, Codemasters. Are the invites invalid? Unbelievable. Oh, I'm going to give it one more. I'm going to have to restart the game, I think. Which will break the stream, won't it? Ah, social play. Why is it excluding me? What's going on? Why? Ah, it's not having it. Sorry folks, I got to restart the game, and it's the only way. It's happened back at, was it Silverstone? The last sprint race has happened, didn't it? What a load of balls. frig.